Hey, I'm Cameron.
And I'm Jordan.
Let's crash the mode. Alright, today we're going to be doing a summer movie preview. We love our summer movies for the most part.
Right.
Well, for some, we love some of them. So we're going to be looking at most of the big studio films coming out this summer. Some of them we're looking forward to, some not. Some we're probably just going to check out on DVD or Netflix later.
Yeah, and some you wonder how they made them. Who greenlit that shit?
We know who did it.
Oh, we know who, but why?
We know why. It begins with
fine.
an M and ends in a Y.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get into it. The first big summer movie coming out is Iron Man 3. And, that's going to involve the Mandarin taking on Tony Stark and him dealing with his post-Avengers PTSD. I'm not making that up, so.
I wish you were. Is he handling it the usual Tony Stark way?
Deflecting it with humor and making a lot of cool, badass shit? Are you talking about that?
I guess that is part of Tony Stark way, but the major part I was thinking of, the whole hit sauce pretty hard, that.
I don't think they're going to cover that. I think they did a lot of that in the last one.
Let's face it, that's pretty much all Iron Man does. He makes shit, he fights, and he drinks a lot.
Yeah, I think they kind of want to go away from the character because that part of the character, because they've done it so many times, people are just annoyed by it now. It's like, oh, we kind of beat that part of it to death.
Yeah, but it's also kind of a big charade to him.
It's kind of like doing the Spider-Man No More story over and over. It's like, oh, I don't want to be Spider-Man anymore. Okay, we get it. You've done the story a million times.
God, they're gonna keep on too. Yeah.
So that's one of the big ones we're looking forward to, and that's coming out on Friday, May 3rd.
Pretty interesting. And there's scene of and on the trailers of all the different suits. That looks like it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, they've released some of the... Apparently, because after the Avengers, he went crazy, and he built a bunch of these suits. And so we're going to get a taste of them. I think there's one that's designed for space, one designed for hypervelocity stuff, one designed for lifting, one designed for strength and lifting, all that. So you'll see all of them in action, hopefully.
That'd be cool.
And hopefully they're able to pull off the Mandarin.
If they're not able to pull him off, I'm going to have to say in their defense, it's not like they were given much to work with.
It's a very hard character to pull off in film.
It's a very hard character to pull off at all.
Yeah, because it's kind of, I guess the original Mandarin is kind of racist.
Well, a little bit.
And so it's kind of hard to pull off a modern version of him. And also, the big thing with this film is they actually filmed part of this in China, and it's a Chinese co-production. And actually, China is getting a different film from what we're getting. And it's going to have more scenes with Chinese actors and stuff. And so there's an alternate version of the movie. And maybe we'll see that one day. Maybe they'll be on the DVD and we'll see that one day. But I find that kind of interesting.
Very.
I'm not sure how different it'll be. The next big summer movie after that is Star Trek Into Darkness.
Yeah.
Directed by J.J. Abrams, and it's going to be out on May 15th.
Or, no, you might be right.
May 15th in large format theaters, and later May 17th on Friday.
Okay, yeah.
So 2 weeks after Iron Man. So that gives plenty of breathing room if you're going to see Iron Man and then Star Trek. But yeah, it's going to involve... We don't really know what the plot is. Basically, the crew has to deal with some kind of unstoppable force, which is attack Starfleet, and basically Kirk has to deal with some consequences of a foolhardy decision he makes. And they're very secretive about the plot. Yeah. We don't really know who the villain is.
We just know he's Sherlock. Okay, aka Benedict Cumberland, but come on, he's Sherlock. Yeah. So besides that, I didn't say much.
Yeah, the only other thing we know is the love interest from Wrath of Khan, who actually had Captain Kirk's son in the original timeline, is also going to be in there. Also going to be in this movie, so that's probably going to be a big thing there. But I really care more with the main plot than that stuff.
Sounds about right.
Also up next is Fast and Furious 6, which a lot of people just say Fast 6. And that's going to be out May 24th. And we're not really fans of the series, are we?
No.
Did you ever see the original ones?
Yep.
What did you think of those?
Mediocre at best. Not the worst thing I've ever seen, but certainly not the best. They were just kind of there. The fact that it's cool on like it did, that was kind of shocked me.
I think it's more of like a bad movie kind of thing, where it's like gets so ridiculous that people are just like laughing in the movie theater. It's kind of like you'd only see it with your friends to laugh. You know, to kind of like laugh at the ridiculousness of some stuff.
Yeah, but it's just like it's still there, still going.
Did you see the scene in the
Six
trailer
one.
where Vin Diesel drives out of the crashing airplane? Drives his car straight out of the crashing airplane?
I might have. It was just like so long ago. I don't remember much about it. But wow, that is pretty crazy.
So yeah, I think people are more for the craziness of it than anything else. Next is Hangover Part 3. Hopefully this one's good. What do you think?
I don't know at all if it's gonna be good. Honestly, I didn't bother to see the second one. It didn't really motivate me to see it. But what you said, or a couple other people say, it doesn't make me want to go out and see it. But this one, at least with the trailer, I'm holding some hope for it. And like, the dude, Leslie Chow, he seems out of his fucking mind, and that just seems great. Cause like in the trailer, he's like, I love cocaine.
Yeah, I hope
he parachutes into a building.
I'm kind of worried about that. They'll show too much of him and he'll get annoying.
Yeah, there is that possibility, because
Of course they're gonna show the funny moments in the trailer, because, you know, they want to make you want to see it. So you never know.
but hopefully they won't overdo it.
Yeah, I'm kind of still bitter about Part 2 because I wanted to see that in theaters and it was not.
That's unfortunate.
It was like there was not that many laughs. It was basically a repeat of the original.
I guess the way they figured it is if it's not broke, don't fix it. But it doesn't really work in movies. You don't want to watch the same movie.
No. It's kind of it was very. The more I think about it, the more I dislike the movie. Because I still had the feel good feeling about the original Hangover when I went to see it.
Yeah, it was well done.
And so then when I watched that, it couldn't have been that bad. The second one couldn't have been that bad. But the more I think about it,
It was worse.
It was worse, and I just kind of didn't hate it enough just because of the original Hangover. And but anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Also, up next is After Earth.
Coming out pretty soon.
Well, it's going to be premiering May 31st. It's by your favorite director, M. Night Shyamalan.
There's a twist! Oh my god, my favorite director. I don't know. My thoughts, at least initially, is I have no reason to care. What about you?
It looks kind of boring to me, actually.
Right?
There's a lot of special effects, but it just looks boring.
Yeah, special effects don't mean shit. Especially in this day. It's like in this day and age, right? If you don't have good special effects, then you're fucking up. It's expected at this point that you have good effects. It's the same way like with video games. You're expected to have good graphics. So it's like that doesn't do anything, you know?
Well,
I agree. Like, it looks boring.
Well, the basic plot is in the near future, apparently humanity's left Earth after some kind of apocalyptic events or something. And so they reestablished society. And after they left Earth, apparently, like, all sorts of dangerous creatures and stuff have arisen. And basically, 1,000 years after humanity's left Earth, Will Smith, who's like a general, and his son are just traveling, and they end up crashing on Earth, which has become really dangerous. And so they have to embark on a mission to survive and get a signal out for help. And that's the plot of the movie, really. I don't know if there will be a twist.
Of course there will be. Or maybe there won't be. And if there's not, that'll be a twist.
There's kind of the twist in the trailer is like, do you know what planet we're on? Do you know what planet we're on?
Dun dun dun.
Earth. so maybe you got us twist out of the way already.
Pre-twisted. Yeah. But, I don't know.
Another thing I noticed that I want to talk about real quick was like, apparently like Will Smith, he talked to this agent, and he noticed that a lot of the big budget movies, the movies that make the most amount of money, they had special effects and they had creatures. And so, I'm just saying that might go towards why he picks certain films. There's that theory that's been put out there.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, there might be that, but at this point in his career, does it really fucking matter? I mean, some people, they'll go to the movie just because he's in it.
Yeah.
So whether or not that might have, held true, or like if it holds true for like in general, like with general actors, I don't think he actually have to worry about that. I think he's just like stuck in that.
Let's see, what's June 7th, this summer, the comedy, The Internship, starring Vince Vaughn and, Owen Wilson is going to be coming out, and they're playing salesmen who basically they lose their jobs, and so they decide to get an internship at Google, and they're trying to. It's basically the old versus the young, old school versus new school, and they're trying to get a job at Google. So that's gonna be an upcoming comedy.
Yeah, I really liked that end of that trailer. I don't know, it just made me laugh.
You like the Xavier joke?
I did.
It's like, yeah, you caught me. Cyclops and Rogue are here too.
I think that was what's his name, Ben Kingsley, who's played in a lot of bad comedies in his lifetime.
Oh, what does that mean?
He's won an Academy Award, I think, for Gandhi, but he played in The Love Guru, I think.
Oh God, yeah, that was a thing. What the hell?
Do you remember that with Mike Myers?
I try not to, but I remember it happened.
So
let it happen.
Yeah, best case scenario, this will be on par with Wedding Crashers. Worst case scenario, it's pretty much most other Vince Vaughn movies.
Oh damn! Yeah, that's what they call a burn.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn, dude.
I went there.
Early.
Then Man of Steel coming out on June 14th. And we're both really looking forward to that, right?
Yeah. Batman with superpowers, pretty much.
Yeah, it's produced by Christopher Nolan, and also written by David Goyer, who helped out with a lot of the Batman stuff and other stuff. And
directed by Zack Snyder, and he did Watchmen, right?
Yeah, he did Watchmen and 300. I know you like Watchmen, you dislike 300.
Just because it's so goddamn overrated. Yeah.
So yeah, you got Goyer, who worked on Christopher Nolan's Batman stuff, so that's good. And
it should be interesting. I mean, I'm always for a different take on Superman, because I'm not a fan of that character. So any way that they can make him more likable or more entertaining, I'm cool with.
Yeah, I think it should be a good movie. So
yeah.
And then This Is the End is coming out June 12th. Basically, James Franco, Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, a bunch of their actor pals are at a party, and then the end of the world starts happening, and they're all playing themselves, which is the gimmick for this. And
yeah,
it looks pretty funny.
It really does, and they have Michael Cera in there. It's funny shit, blowing cocaine in people's faces.
Yeah, look, and they kill him off, which I'm sure a lot of people wanted to see.
Yeah. It's like, God, why couldn't that happen in Arrested Development or any other movie that he starred in after that? Although, what was that one movie? Oh yeah, Superbad. That was actually kind of funny, but I think this might beat that.
I actually think I might prefer them a whole movie just at the party.
Yeah, that seems like it'd be funny. It's like, fuck the end of the world shit. The funny scenes seemed like they were really about the party. Afterwards, it's like, eh.
I'm kind of hoping it's not the first 20 minutes are just hilarious because everyone's at the party and the rest of it's just mediocre.
Oh, that'd be shitty, but that could be what happens. I mean, I'd be willing to check it out if nothing else. Who could forget Emma fucking Watson?
That was awesome.
Yeah, coming here jacking your shit.
I hope that's not the only funny part from the.
Yeah, I hope not either.
Yeah, a lot of times they cherry pick the stuff for the trailers.
They do, and that's a shitty thing to do. It's make sure it's all funny.